A dramatic roadside clip from Pakistan shows a major thoroughfare completely shattered and split wide open following a powerful tremor. Massive landslide cascaded down the mountainside right in front of the camera. Another major landslide sent debris racing downhill. Witnesses watched helplessly as tons of earth thundered down the slope. Panic takes over a family home as a woman scrambles for safety while furniture tosses around during a major earthquake. Iceberg collapse unleashed tons of ice into the ocean beside the boat. Avalanche swept down the mountainside in a dramatic cascade.
Oh my God! Oh! 地震！哎呦我操！
Debris clouds the air as terrified bystanders film heavy concrete blocks and roofing materials raining down onto the pavement. Raging floodwaters carried debris through the settlement and swept shelters away. Another powerful landslide transformed the landscape within seconds. A dramatic drone shot captures the isolated, scary aftermath of a mountain bridge completely severed from its cliffside anchors. Hikers in a rocky pass sprint for their lives as a thundering rockfall sends massive, car-sized boulders crashing down the slopes. A driver's dashboard camera records the exact moment a violent seismic wave ripples across the asphalt, forcing traffic to a sudden halt. A city skyscraper visibly sways and flexes in a terrifying test of modern structural engineering during a high-magnitude tremor. Towering landslide left witnesses stunned as it thundered past. Determined woman battled fierce winds to protect the shelter. An airport terminal turns into a scene of chaotic survival as passengers sprint toward open runways to escape a collapsing roof. A sudden seismic sea surge violently yanks docked vessels from their moorings, dragging them out into the harbour. A parking lot security video captures dozens of SUVs and sedans bouncing and shaking aggressively like toys during an earthquake.
Oh my gosh.
A dashcam captures the terrifying moment a towering dark tornado crosses a major highway right in front of a row of braking cars.
Gimana bisa kita ini? Aduh, aku kaget ya.
A sudden industrial explosion atop a mountain ridge unleashes a massive expanding column of thick black smoke that blanks out the sky.
Dekat sekali kita. Aduh, kita sekarang.
One. Oh, it's curving into the wall.
Oh, it didn't.
A winter explorer gets a heart-stopping scare after a loud crack echoes through the valley and the ice shelf beneath him begins to split. Ice-covered water drifted across the landscape in a mesmerizing scene.
So दोस्तों देखिए अटलांटिक ओशन में आज काली गदा छाई हुई है। ये देखिए कितना प्यारा मौसम है और ये जहाज बेचारा इसकी बहुत बुरी हालत है। देखिए ये बेचारा बहुत ही बुरा फंसा है।
Massive waves toss the ship through the rough ocean.
बेचारा ये देखिए, ये अब देखना, अब देखना, अब देखना, अब देखना, ये देखिए इसका बल्ब वो कैसे बाहर आ रहा है, फिर फोकस।
Giant boulders crashed from the cliffs in a terrifying rockfall. Rare cloud formation made it appear as though the sky had touched the ground. Field of bright white rocks looked remarkably similar to fresh snowfall. Slow-moving avalanche crept steadily toward the observers. Cargo spilled across the deck after the truck lost control. Mud flow advanced across the terrain like a river of earth. Towering dust clouds swallowed the entire view in moments. Thousands of birds launched into the sky in a breathtaking synchronized display. Sensitive plant folded shut instantly at the slightest touch. Endless deserts of towering cacti stretched across the horizon. Strange bubble-like growth emerging from the plant looked almost alien.
Ada dalamannya tuh. Coba di dalam tuh. Ini lebih jelas nih.
Sunlight vanished dramatically as darkness swept across the landscape. Huge mountain rock broke free and crashed into the valley below. Monster tornado dominated the horizon with incredible power. A thundering geological disaster unfolds as an earthquake triggers a massive mountain landslide, erasing entire hillsides. Powerful spring burst from the ground in a spectacular natural display. Water surged directly from the earth as if the land itself had opened. Earthquake halted traffic before triggering a dangerous mountainside collapse. terrified witness fled as powerful tremors shook the mountain region. Fresh landslide roared down the mountain before stunned witnesses.
भूतनाथ ब्रिज के सामने वाला जो पेट्रोल पंप है वहाँ का है गाइस। ये देख सकते गाइस ऊपर से पूरा आ गया।
Violent thunderstorms shook the entire neighborhood. Relentless waves tore apart the bridge and dock structures. Falling boulder narrowly missed the observer during the landslide. Sudden cloudburst unleashed an intense wall of rain. A stroller gets the shock of his life after a sudden geological collapse. A breathtaking nighttime view captures a beach. A terrified homeowner sprints frantically into his front yard as a violent tremor violently shakes the foundation of his house.
Người ta xem mong bảo mà đấy đông mình mà nên nó một cá đi.
The sheer destructive force of nature is on display as a massive earthquake buckles highways and collapses storefronts. Hand covered in crawling insects created an unsettling sight. Thunderclap sent everyone rushing for cover outside the house. Mudslide consumed the area, but fortunately spared those nearby.
Đàn này bun.
Lafay lewat andil.
Nám lớn.
Horrified onlookers duck for cover as a heavy tower crane snaps from a high-rise roof and plunges down the side of a building. Chilling CCTV footage captures a high-intensity earthquake physically ripping the ground apart right in front of a commercial complex. Shipping containers plunged into the sea one after another. Chain reaction crash brought highway traffic to a standstill. Speeding bikers raced dangerously close to a cyclist.
En ese lugar. Y volteen a ver acá la diferencia. Vea. ¿Qué tal? ¿Está contaminado Monterrey o no?
A bizarre geological event sends a boiling mixture of thick liquid and raw flames geysering out from a crack in the pavement. A late-night skywatch turns eerie as an unexplainable, glowing square-shaped anomaly hovers silently above the horizon. A massive roar echoes across the bay as a towering iceberg shears off and plunges into the freezing ocean, creating a massive wave. A deep-sea explorer captures a fascinating glimpse of a rare ultra-long marine creature that mimics the fluid motion of a snake. Water unexpectedly poured from the tree in a bizarre natural phenomenon. Powerful windstorms swept across the area with incredible force. Residents poured into the streets as the earthquake rattled the city. A nature lover captures an unsettling sight as a massive serpent appears to catch a thermal wind, sliding effortlessly through the canopy.
Oh my gosh, we're very lucky to
The thundering raw power of winter is on display as a massive mountain avalanche completely obliterates a scenic valley view.
Glacier, right? Oh my god!
An incredible aerial shot from a passing plane captures a surreal, perfectly still high-altitude lake sitting on a mountain peak. Massive waves smashed boats against the shoreline. Sudden quake sent pedestrians scrambling for safety.
Ya pasó, tranquilita. Ya fue ya. Tranquilita.
Breaking apart the snow created a strangely satisfying scene. helicopter pilot films a mesmerizing close-up of a massive, perfectly round volcanic crater cutting deep into the earth. A sudden mountain melt triggers a spectacular phenomenon, sending dozens of roaring waterfalls. A thundering wall of white fills the lens as a massive snowpack slides off a peak, triggering a blinding powder cloud. An afternoon walk on the sand turns fascinating as a strange marine species leaps from a tide pool back into the surf. A hilarious classroom clip shows a teacher sprinting out the door the absolute millisecond the final school bell rings. A home improvement project turns painful Horrified pedestrians look on as a speeding vehicle completely loses control, jumping the curb and slamming into a lobby window. Construction workers watched machinery sway during the violent tremors. A stroke of absolute luck saves a driver after he clears his driveway seconds before a massive tree limb crashes onto the concrete. Powerful surf surged towards spectators sitting near the water. Enormous snake glided silently through the jungle. A young girl's day on the water is made after a passing tugboat captain obliges her hand gestures with a massive blast of the horn. Railway tracks twisted and shook beneath the force of the earthquake. A skilled rescue pilot executes a terrifyingly close maneuver. A retaining wall collapses forward without warning. Witnesses capture a massive geological shift as a dry mountain slope crumbles into an expanding cloud of dust and debris. Office workers rushed outside as the building began to shake. High-pressure storm winds turn a piece of loose sheet metal into a flying sail. tossing it effortlessly across the sky. Ferocious winds forced people to retreat from the mountain ridge.
पानी गिर उलेला सबै दोय इरुवा नसरे सबै पानी
Dense cloud blankets swallowed the mountain community.
सबै
A temporary outdoor market is completely vaporized in seconds as violent wind gusts shred a heavy canopy shelter. An absolute master of home renovation keeps the mess at bay by using an inverted umbrella. Perfect circular opening appeared mysteriously in the clouds above,